Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. I want to make sure you have your key support and resistance levels to pay attention to if you are swing trading. I want to give you my prediction, what I think is going to play out. We're also going to cover ADA, oil, and the indices. I find it very interesting that ADA topped out around the same time Bitcoin did, so we're going to cover all of this. Guys, when you get leverage trading, use Bigot, love their platform. You can sign up, links pinned first comment description. This is a video I put out teaching you how to trade on Bigot, opening a long, a short, trigger orders, adjusting your stop loss. I'll link this video now if you want to check it out. If you're located in the US, CoinCatch is a great option. It's no KYC. Jump on that while you can. BingX is another option for you. Those links are pinned in the first comment and description. If you watch the video I put up, this was about 10 days ago. I said Bitcoin always pumps when we cross the blue ring. I'll put a link to this video now if you want to check it out. Basically, I said it's very possible we could get rejected at this blue ring, but at any point we cross this ring, this is a point you would go long. So your support, this video I was talking about was 37,580, be long from this point. And you can see how this played out. This is that blue ring. We covered this orange ring as well. If I hit play, you can see what happened. As soon as we crossed this blue ring, that was the point to go long. You can see we just shot straight up. We've never crossed one of these blue rings without getting a pump. Notice where we got rejected. I made a call in Discord to go short from this point. This was a video I put up. This was 7 days ago. And I was talking about if we push above, said next Bitcoin upside target above 42K and timing for next big move. So I said if we get above 42,169, next point to short or take profits around 45K. Link this video now if you want to check it out. This is a D1 chart published. You can see how this played out. Notice we got rejected. We didn't quite make it. I would like to point out Coinbase actually did hit exactly 45,000. The Bitstamp chart here only pushed up to 44,752. Notice it came down, found perfect support on this fib channel line here. This is from the Bitstamp 3.0 chart. In Discord, I made a call. I said sometimes you have to have the balls to make the call. So I'm predicting downside. The reason for this, we got rejected at 45K on the Bitstamp, on the D1 chart. And the Bitstamp 3.0, this is on the 2 hour. Because we were underneath this resistance level, it seemed likely we'd have downside. Take note, this is the next fib channel line below, around 40,461. And that's where we got rejected. And we broke a key support level, this white trend line here. And you can see how this played out. We got rejected and we came down and found perfect support. I would like to point out, guys, if you do play my charts, if you happen to see we're at a key support and resistance level right at, say, the center Bollinger Band, that's further confluence for a potential point too long. But take note, this is now your key resistance right now. So if we push up, your most major resistance right now is around 43,628. Your closest resistance just below is around 43,167. Your current major support is 40,000, let's say 40,600 if that breaks. Your next major support level is 38,836 down to 38,125. Keep in mind, as I've been saying, just like I said, this blue ring, it's possible it could be a top to send us down, but at any point if we cross it to go long, you can see we push up from this point. Same thing. We have never crossed one of these orange fib circles without dropping. So yes, it is very possible we could come down and test this orange ring as support. That would be the point to go long, but at any point you cross this orange ring, that would be the point to get out. But just take note, your key most resistance level right now on this chart is this fib channel line right here. So right now that is this daily candle around 43,769, but it looks like your very strong resistance level is 43,327. This is the D1 chart. Again, like I said, Coinbase pushed up to 45K. We didn't quite make it, but again, that was your point to take profit. Your most key resistance right now is 42,150. If that becomes support, then go back and look at these resistance levels talking about on the Bitstamp 3.0 chart. But your strongest support right now is 40,527. And then again, guys, if you just go down, you can see this became perfect support here. So your next support level is around 39,300 to 39,000. And as I said, at any point we make contact with this orange ring, you go long. I'm sorry, yeah. Anytime you make contact with this orange ring, go long. But when you cross it, go short. This is the H1 chart. This is a smaller time frame. Current resistance now is 42,057. If we push up, your next resistance level to watch is right around 43,600. You can see these targets match. Your current support level is 40,899. If we drop, your next major support level below that is right around 39,800. In Discord, so I made a post. This is back on 10/8. All right, so this is where I made an ADA chart, and I would just like to point out. Notice, and I was also talking about how I create these charts. If you watch my tutorials on my website, I'll show you how I create these charts from scratch. So if you get creative, you can find these support resistance levels and creating these fib channels on charts that don't have that much data. So you notice it's basically just this would be a channel. No, this is a top, this is a top, this was support. So this was support right here. So again, we were at support. Take note this blue line and this green line right here. Again, this is ADA. And you can see how this chart played out. So this vertical red line represents when I created this chart. You can see that this right here was a top for, well, the data doesn't go back that far. But notice this was a top back here, and it was a top right here. That gave me the support level right down here, right? Right when ADA was around, what, 0.26. But take note, and this is why this is very important, and this works great when you have multiple charts, altcoins and Bitcoin. But take note this line right here. If we follow it back, you can see how key of a level this was for ADA, right here. And notice right when we hit that point, we got rejected. So if you're playing ADA right now, well, your point too short, if we push up, is around, what, 65 cents, and your support level below is now around 50 cents. So if 50 cents breaks, guys, we could be headed down to 30 cents. If you get above 65 cents, well, your next resistance level just above will be this fib channel line here, depending when it contacts by 86 cents. But again, I do find it interesting that Bitcoin topped out at the same time the ADA did. So that is your key resistance level to pay attention for ADA. Now, my prediction, now I told you in those previous videos, I'm expecting a lot of chop with Bitcoin. Now we could just range at this level until we cross that orange ring. I'll give you timing on that in just a bit. But I do think how this is going to play out, and I covered this before, take note of this red ring here, and give you a arrow here. So this red ring, last time we crossed this red ring, we pushed up, we got rejected at our resistance. Take note, this is resistance for the Dow. This was back on, let's see, June 2021. We tested it again. We crossed this ring, got rejected, came down to test it. We pushed up, tested it one more time, and you can see we just kind of moved down this ring and had a pretty major drop. This is the next ring, all right? We have just crossed it. So it is very possible. Now, yes, we do have a resistance level above, but your most key resistance level for the Dow right now is around 36,736. So it's very possible you can reject it from that point, come down. We may come up, test it again. But I just like to point out the last time, and guys, you've seen how these rings work. You saw the blue ring. We crossed this ring back here. We had a major drop. Yes, we pushed a little higher, but then we started coming down. So I'd just like to point out we just crossed this ring. We're getting closer to resistance for the Dow. Remember, the indices move together. So if we do get rejected, even if we push up, all right, and Bitcoin just ranges sideways, if we push up and get rejected at 36,736, the same thing that played out here could play out here, and we could be looking at a lot of downside for the indices. Oil, guys, I've been talking about this. It's been a while since I mentioned oil, but you can see that this was our support level here. Support, support, support. Support flipped as resistance, resistance. We tapped it one more time and came down. Guys, if there's less demand for oil, that means there's weakness in the economy, which means, again, that means that we could be heading into recession. And remember, when the Fed cuts interest rates, they're talking about possibly March. If that happens, then that means that a lot of people think when the Fed cuts interest rates, that means markets are just going to just go to the moon, go sky high. Typically, what happens when the Fed lowers interest rates is because something's already broke, and they're doing that to try to, I guess, keep markets from crashing more. But typically and historically, when they lower interest rates, it's already too late and the markets start dropping. But you can see the price of oil has come down, which shows less demand. Again, we've just crossed a ring, which previously, when we cross one of these rings, we get a major drop. We're at a key resistance level now, and you can see Bitcoin did top out right at around 45K. So I would pay attention. Again, guys, I told you I'm only swing trading until we cross this ring. So again, your point too long was 40,500. Your next point too short, again, would be around 43,568. If we get above that and hold support, yes, that is bullish. So remember, if we get above 43,600 and hold its support, guys, get bullish for some more upside. But at any point, again, at any point we cross this orange ring, I think that's when something catastrophic is going to happen. Maybe the Fed lowers interest rates sooner, maybe something is broke. But again, historically, we've never crossed one of these orange rings without getting a major drop. So that's what I'm waiting for and paying attention to. In the meantime, I'm just swing trading. Guys, if you want to sign up and get access to these charts, website is octawardcrypto.com. Links pinned in the first comment description. I do have tutorials teaching my method of charting if you want to take advantage of that. And again, if you want to sign up for charts, it's for Bitcoin, Bitcoin, altcoins, and precious metals, it's $49 a month. That link to sign up is pinned in the first comment description. Make sure you email me if you want to get access to the Discord. And again, if you want to sign up for a BitGet, BingX, CoinCatch, links are pinned in the first comment description. Make sure you watch this video if you want to learn how to trade. And once you learn how to trade in one, you pretty much know how to trade in all of them. Let me give you the timing for that ring, guys, really quick. So, and again, this isn't an angle, so it really depends when you make contact. As I mentioned in that previous video, if we move sideways from here, we are about 25 days from making contact with that ring. So if we went sideways from here, not probable, but just saying, just give you an idea of timing, it would be about maybe 30 days, anywhere from 27 to 29 days before we cross it. Remember, we could come down and make contact with this ring at any point. If we just start dropping, right, we could come down and make contact with this within days. But this would be the point you would long. But as I've been saying, if and when, right, we could push up from this point. But when you cross this ring, this is when you get the hell out, you take profit, and you expect a lot of downside from this point. Just like I said, when you cross this blue ring, expect a pump. Same thing when you cross this orange ring, expect a dump. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.